Hey, welcome back to the HEALTHLINE. We're just doing a second recipe today, or the second actually, in the segment we call HEALTHLINE recipes. So we're just going to go right into, we're actually going to be making white bread, no egg. Again, this household has no egg in it, period. We don't even buy anything with egg products in it, so there's nothing in this house that has egg in it. So we're just going to go right into the recipe. And this will be a split segment, as it takes some time for the first little bit to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 1 cup of warm or to medium warm, medium hot water. So just going to go right over the sink here. I'm going to go temperature. The temperature is a little warm to the finger, but just to the point where it's like it's getting hot. 1 cup, okay? 1 cup of water. And to the bread maker. Now we do have a bread maker here, which makes life a lot easier when it comes to cooking and everything like that. So we do have an Oster bread machine, and we absolutely love this machine. It works amazing. Never had any issues with it. We did receive it for Christmas, so we're enjoying it fully. We do stuff in the oven also. As the next segment will show a slow cooker recipe. So we're going to go into that after this segment. So right into this now. We got 1 cup of medium to hot water ish. Okay. All right. We're just receiving a call. I'm sorry. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do sugar. It's calling for 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, 2 tablespoons of sugar. So this is a tablespoon mix. I can either use this or use this. Either one is fine. The other one came with the machine, which is a bonus. So we're going to do 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, so I want to make sure that's working. For some reason it went off screen. So, okay, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, there we go, 2 tablespoons of sugar. All right, that's the sugar already in it now. Okay, so now we're going to go into the yeast. Okay, we're going to go into the yeast now. We use just a standard bread machine yeast by Fleshman's. Okay, amazing yeast. We're going to about 2 1/4 teaspoon of bread machine yeast into it. So we just sprinkle it into the machine. Just sprinkle it in there. And I do a little more than that, just so it can nice fluffy bread. So we put we just put a tad bit more than 2 1/4. I about put 2 3/4 in or so, and that works really well. So we're just going to let that sit, and we'll come to the rest of it in a second. All right, we'll be right back. And welcome back to the bread recipe. So now we're going to do I've let this sit for about 12 minutes with warm to hot water. I'm going to say about 160 to 190 degrees Fahrenheit, give or take. Don't quote me on that, and don't use a temperature device because I couldn't tell you. With the yeast and sugar. Okay, so I did put let's see, I did put 2 tablespoons of sugar evenly spread inside the pan, and I did add the yeast, which is about 2 1/4 teaspoons, or a package of yeast. I put about 3, and now it's looking really nice. It's nice and bubbly. It looks really good. So I'm going to leave it open now. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go right in to the flour. So what we need is we're going to need 3 cups of all-purpose white flour, or 3 cups of any flour you desire. If you're not lactose, if you have an allergy to wheat, you're looking for gluten-free, you can get gluten-free flour. There's no problem with that. Okay, so we're gonna go right into the cup. All right, once I can find the cup, we will be set. So I got a set of these wonderful little cups here. Ah, there it is. So we're gonna do 3 cups. Yes, 3 cups of bread flour or all-purpose flour. We use an all-purpose flour. We do also have the option for gluten-free. We do have clients that require gluten-free, which is a nice little bonus. All right, so we're just going to do 3 cups of evenly done flour in the cup. As you can tell, it's evenly done. We throw it into the machine. Okay, so 3 cups can go all into the machine. Okay, all right. 3 cups is a lot of flour, but you know what? It makes beautiful, beautiful bread. If you go look around, you'll see our products or see the products everywhere. All right, so we'll go here, we'll put that like that. So that's 2 cups. All right, and as you're putting it in, you'll see if you've done it properly and the yeast is rising properly. As you're putting the flour in, you'll notice that the yeast will start bubbling over top of the flour. Then you know you've done a good job. Congratulations. So we're going to go into this now. All right, we're going to go a little bit more on the last cup of flour, like this. All right, there's 3 cups of flour. So now you can take your flour, okay, and you can just put it off to the side without it hitting the floor, preferably. So there's your cups of flour. Okay, our next segment, you'll see I'm going to do a chicken. That's next. Now we're going to put a quarter cup, sorry, of olive oil or a vegetable oil, whatever you prefer. To each his own, right? So I'm going to go one quarter cup of oil. Okay, we get all the stuff from Costco. So we're just going to measure out carefully, like this. I just go a little overboard on that, or a little bit over than what it should ask for. And then I do add a secret ingredient to it afterwards. So I'm going to put a quarter cup into the pan, like that. Throw it into the sink. Okay, now we're going to do a bit of salt. It asks for 1 teaspoon. What I do is I just basically just go over here and just pour a little bit in there. Done. All right, done over with. Very simple recipe. You can make it in a bread maker. You can even do it by hand and then put it into a tin, throw it in the oven. I'm not sure what the temperature is, but I can provide that later on. So that's basically it for the bread. What we're going to do, I've already added the salt, bread flour, I've added the yeast, I've added the sugar, warm water. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn it on. The setting that I personally prefer is light, just because it's a light crust, it's not too crunchy. That's perfect. This machine has light, medium, dark, and rapid. I have it on a 2-pound loaf, so it helps a little bit. So it turns out to be a good size loaf. And we'll just turn it on like that. And now, done. So what you'll notice too with this machine is very, very handy, very great, but you need to get in there with the spatula and scrape out the sides as it's turning. Okay, that's the only thing that I like, doesn't catch everything in all the corners of the machine. So just grab the little spatula, make sure it's soft, and don't use a hard one because you'll scratch the non-stick in there, and then you'd be complaining, and yeah, it's not going to be good, and then it won't make you happy anymore. So while this is turning, I'm going to put my secret ingredient in. I'm going to keep this to myself, and I'm going to put it into it. Okay, so I'm just going to put some into it, like this, like that. Done. All right. So that was my secret ingredient. I'm not going to even bother telling anybody what that secret ingredient is. You can add your own secret ingredient. You can add chocolate chips. You can add chunks of chocolate. You can add anything you want. Raisins, nuts, all the best to you. So I'm just going to go over here now. Follow me. All right. So you'll notice as it's trying to stir or knead, you'll have to clean off the sides quite often. until it properly kneads itself. So I just keep doing it, It's not that difficult. If you have trouble with your hands, what I recommend is just putting a towel around the top of this thing, like wrap it around, and so it has a big grip, and just use that and just slowly stir it. You know, I'm actually a disabled person myself. I do use a cane on a regular basis for now, and you know, it's hard to stand for a long period of time, so I only make short segments on these videos. So most of the time I'm just sitting or doing whatever. Okay, so now it's kneading it. Okay. All right, so it's just basically kneading it, turning it, making sure it's turning it into a ball. Okay. So just make sure you don't use your hand in there, or you'll be very, very surprised at the amount of pain that it's going to give you. Okay. So just do that. All right. There we go. Done. That's it. Very simple white bread. Close the lid, and away you go. Very, very simple. So what I want you to do is I want you to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and share my videos with everybody. These recipes are very simple, very, very simple. I am not a professional, far from it. I'm actually an amateur, and I've been cooking for many number of years, but I'm not a professional. So, you know, any comments that are saying that I did it wrong, so be it. That's okay. But I review all the comments. Just be nice. Recipes are simple. The next recipe I'm going to do is chicken, and I'm going to go step by step on how to do that, and try to substitute with stuff we don't have to be able to make this a proper meal for everybody. So this meal I'm making is actually for the family over tonight, and it's chicken with potatoes, and we'll go from there. So everybody subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and thumbs up. Talk to you later. Ontario, Canada. Cheers.